All right, and here's the top 10. I don't have albums for all of these. Some are actually kind of hard to find. They're things that I found online, or they were only through Bandcamp or whatever. And then we've also had a pretty big Christmas, so things are just kind of sold out. So if I don't hold up an album, that's why. At number 10 was Black Country New Road for the first time. English band. They're in the same vein as like Black Midi and and Idols too and things like that. But they're more musical, more art rock. And check out a song called Science Fair if you want to take a listen to them. They come from they're young. They come from like a jazzier kind of thing. So, the music is very complex, but it's also a little aggressive and, in your face. It's very interesting. So, and I think they have another new album coming out even in February or April next year. So I'm super excited for that. Alice Pets is number 9, and that album is There's No Way to Be Entirely Sure. She is pretty obscure. I accidentally kind of found it just kind of going through my lists. She works in, I think, television production and has produced some other albums, like nothing really of note. But I listened to this record. It's like her first record, I believe. I don't know much about her at all. And when she sings, there's a lot of honesty in her vocals. Like there's not a lot of production to it, and sometimes her vocals kind of break up, and I love that. And the songs are good, and it just really connected with me. It was a very genuine singer-songwriter record where a lot of times they overdo it with production or just really try to sound like somebody else, and I just really felt like this that she was just really singing her heart and soul out, and the songs were good too. Number 8, Lande Hecht, Going to Hell. She was in like a punk rock band, and then now she's kind of doing this DIY. It's very raw songs, very personal songs. I think the album is really about her finally admitting that she cannot deny being, gay, and so there's a lot of personal stuff. It's very raw, very emotional, but yet catchy, listenable, bedroom, not bedroom pop, but very lo-fi. So I played that record a lot this year, so felt right. And then another personal record, Lucy Ducasse. It's called Home Video, number 7. So she put out an album. It's kind of her going back through her past. She was a young woman, but kind of going through her past as a coming of age young woman, and these stories are personal. Like she talks about like some experiences with Vacation Bible School. There's this song Thumbs that, wow. And I feel a little guilty listening to them sometimes because you really are getting a window into her. It's uncomfortable at times, but in a good way. That's good art will make you uncomfortable, and the songs are fantastic. She's just a fantastic artist to begin with, so love that. Idols, Crawler, 4th album, and they're a post-punk band. It's kind of what we're all into right now. We're all into this post-punk revival or whatever out of Britain. Oh, I do have the album. Number 6. 4th album, they changed up their sound a little bit. Still sounds like Idols. There's still a little bit of Idols. Early Idols, it's like they're yelling at you. It's very aggressive. They do a lot of different stuff on here. It's more musical, although there's some anthems on here that are still my favorite from them. They needed to change up their sound. There's only so long you can do that kind of thing. So it was perfect timing. It works. 4th great album from them in a row. So one of the best bands on earth right now, hands down. Number 5 is Tika, Anywhere But Here. I don't know anything about this one. I found this record earlier in the year, and it was my number 1 record for a lot of the year. It's soul, it's synth pop, it's a very me thing, so hopefully other people will connect with it. I've seen people buy it, people seem to dig it. She has a cover of Prince's I Would Die For You on here, so and then it's very different. It's not your straightforward cover. Oh man, she has this sound. it's very 80s R&B, but not in a surreal kind of way, and it's not like in your face bad 80s R&B. It's very pretty, it's very genuine, and it really just connects with me. I don't really know how to describe it, which is sometimes a good thing. So Tika, check her out. I need to find out more about her. But number 4 is Dry Cleaning, another kind of post-punk band. Female front woman that talks over the music. It's very talky. When we first heard it, I was kind of like, all right, this is cool, but I don't know if I'll ever listen to it again. It ended up being the most played record in our store. All of the kids love it. I mean, it gets played all the time. It's very snarky, very dry, very, and there's humor. You know, they don't take themselves too seriously. It's very dry humor. Yeah, there's just something addictive about it. It's just different. It harkens back to that early 80s, late 70s post-punk scene. Yeah, we'll see if they can follow it up, but this record's fantastic. Curtis Harding, If There Were Flowers. Soul Singer, I believe it's the second record. There's a song Hopeful on this record that just this huge old school soul song, and it really connected with me. Probably might be my favorite song of the year. The whole record, though, it's got a throwback feel to it, though later in the record it kind of gets a little bit more modern. A lot of these throwback kind of soul singers, they're like, all right, this is great. You listen to it for a few times, and then you're like, okay. But this record has staying power. It's something that I think we'll listen to 10 years from now. So, number 2, Girl in Red, If I Could Make It Go Quiet. I'm, again, turning 50 in a couple years, and this is like young girl music, and I feel weird listening to it and liking it so much, but it's so catchy. And you know, she on this record, it's pop music, it's bedroom pop, although like Phineas, Billie Eilish's brother, produces some of it, so there's a little bit of more production on it than some of her early singles. It's dark in places. She's definitely talking about some issues with her mental health on this record, on the song Serotonin, which is, God, what a great pop song that is. And then there's Stupid Bitch, which is like, you know, it's like a teen song, and I love it. I mean, the whole record is just, it's probably the best. I mean, it's the best pop record out this year, in my opinion, and so check it out. All right, number 1. That's right. Did we miss anything? No. Number 1, Ducks Limited, modern fiction. When I first heard this record, I'm like, oh, they're Australian or New Zealand, because it sounds a little bit like Rolling Blackouts. It sounds a little bit like The Chills. It sounds a lot like a lot of bands that we all love, but they're from Canada. But then I looked into it a little bit more, and they're from Canada and Australia, so there's definitely the Australia thing. There's a little bit of the Charlatans UK. There's a little bit of Brit pop. There's a little bit of Australia go-betweens. It's a lot of things that has been done before. And when you listen to this album, you're just familiar with it. There's really nothing super special about this record. It just sounds like a warm blanket. The songs are great. And I think in 2021, that familiarity definitely connected. And yeah, so I play this record for a lot of people. Everybody buys it. It's kind of one of those albums. So I'd love to tell you that it's groundbreaking or you know, something like that, or off the beaten path, and it's not. It's just a great jangly guitar rock record. So that's what I got. Happy 2021. We'll see you in 2022.